Slide 85, Lesson 5, Pronominal Suffixes. Again, pronominal suffixes are letters put on the end of words that tell us who we are talking to. And we're going to have a look at some examples from Scripture. So here's our table here, and see if you can match up the pronominal suffix here with the example in Scripture. The first one, et derachecha. Et derachecha. Et is the sign of the direct object. It's just part of a larger sentence where we have a verb acting on a noun. In this case, the noun is derek, which means way, and derachecha means your ways. In this example, it doesn't have the yod in here. It's a little bit of an exception to the rule, but it's this one here. Your ways, your ways. Joshua 1:8, your ways. Et derachecha. And it's the second person masculine singular. Next example. Bigadecha, bigadecha, bigadecha. Bigad means garment or sin or transgressions. Bigadecha, it's this one here. Your transgressions or sin or garments. Again, bigad and means transgressions, or it can mean garments. So when Yahweh made garments for Adam and Eve, the word was beged. He made garments of skin, or. The word for garment is beged and skin is or. The word beged is related to the word for transgression also. Very interesting. In this case, in this context, it's bigadecha, your garments. And there's the plural there. Second person, masculine singular again. Okay, another example. Baneha, baneha. Can you see this in the table here? Where is it? Baneha. Here we go. So it must be her something or other in the plural. Well, Ben is son, and Baneha is her sons. This is the plural form. So it's her sons. Again, the plural is quite easy to tell because it has a yod preceding it, except strangely in this case here, where it's an exception. So that's the third person feminine singular, Baneha, her sons. Okay, you might remember the word for day is yom. Well, the plural, in this case, Yamayev, is his days. His days, Yamayev, his days. Or Yamav, Yamayev. It's this one here. So that's the third person masculine singular. His, and it's plural. Here's the yod there. His days. So yom becomes yam. We drop the vav in between the yod and the mem when we say his days. We go yom. From yom it becomes yamayev, his day. Just because when you say something quickly, you drop the vowel a bit. It goes from yom to yam. Okay, this one, the root here is the word eretz, which means land, and this word here is ba'atzotam, in the land, tam. You see tam anywhere here? It's actually this ending here. The word for land is a feminine noun, and the the hey from artsar becomes artsatam. So it's their lands. So this is the feminine plural. It's this one here, and it's in an alternate form. In any case, the mem in the end denotes their lands. If it was land, it would be arts him or artsam, but artsotam means their lands, the tav meaning lands, artsotam. In any case, you don't need to get too hung up with all the details, but just learn this form and just realize this is a variant. And you can tell a lot of this in context of the verse. That really helps. Okay, so that's the third person masculine singular. Here's another example. Divrei avdol. Divrei avdol. Divrei is related to the word devar, and which means word or thing, and avdol comes from avid, to serve, or evid, servant, avdol, his servant. So this is the words of his servant. Divrei, words of his servant, of is implied. So it's divrei avdol, words of his servant. If I wanted to say word, I'd say devar. If I want to say words, it's divrei. Okay, the next example. By the way, this is just a mistake. I just noticed that. That's supposed to be a P there. 3MP. Artsatam. 3MP. That one there. Divrei avdol. Words of his servant. And yadayev variglayev. Yad means hand. Yadayev, have a look on this list here. Here it is here. His hands. It's plural. Yadayev. Yad hand becomes Yadayev. His hands. Variglayev. And regal. Regal means foot. Riglayev. Again, this is a plural form here. Riglayev. His feet. His hands and his feet. Yadayev variglayev. His hands and his feet. So, yeah, these are some examples, and we'll see a lot more in the coming slides, of pronominal suffixes. Well done. It's time to have a cool, refreshing break. You deserve it. One thing, just make sure that you print out that table, if possible, of the pronominal suffixes, and have that handy, and commit that to memory. And in the next part of lesson 5, we'll continue with pronominal suffixes, and we'll see more examples of them in scripture, and we'll have a look at some very common Hebrew blessings that also have pronominal suffixes in them. So well done.